Well, we apologize for earlier issues. New tonight at 10, a 3D printer, a Northwood school, and a decades-old cold case. An unusual combination you'll only see right here on News 9.
News 9's Brittany Slaughter joins us in Three Lakes now with how one school made history and helped bring justice 30 years in the making.
In the 1980s, Lorelei Bringe was found dead from an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. But it wasn't until years later when authorities looked at the case again that they realized Lorelei didn't kill herself. She was murdered. That's when a homicide investigation began. Lorelei's body was exhumed for evidence, but prosecutors decided against bringing her skull to court.
To be honest, it's not pretty, and it's not something that the jury necessarily wants to see or necessarily needs to see.
It was a key piece of evidence one prosecutors say was crucial to move forward with the case. That's where the Three Lakes School District Fab Lab comes into play. A scan of the skull was sent to their lab's 3D printer for reconstruction.
Part of the Fab Lab ethos is trying things that haven't been done before and saying, like our first grader said, what if? And we said, why not? And you go for it.
44 hours of printing later, and prosecutors had something to show a jury. 3D printing isn't yet a common form of bringing evidence to court, but in this case, having a physical model to show jurors paid off.
But to me, to be able to say this was like the first case of 3D printed evidence at a criminal trial in Wisconsin, as far as we understand, and to know that we were a small part in helping that, along with the whole story, it's a really good feeling.
A simple piece of plastic helping solve a cold case. Lori's husband, Mark, was eventually arrested and found guilty in her death.
We read lots and thousands of pages of reports and felt that the case was solvable, and then presented it to a prosecutor. They felt that the case was solvable, and the more we worked on it, the more we felt like this is actually, there's going to be an arrest made in this case, and then there's going to be a successful prosecution in the case.
Mark Bringe is currently serving a life sentence, found guilty of first-degree murder. Lorelei Bringe finally found justice. In Three Lakes, Brittany Slaughter, News 9 WAOW.
Thank you, Brittany. And there are many Fab Labs in the Badger State. 28 awarded grants in May of 2021. According to the Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation, 28 school districts were awarded over $600,000 in grants to create or improve facilities. School districts that received grants include Wisconsin Rapids, Florence, Athens, Nakusa, and Wauwatosa.